How do you save the Cowboys?
Well, the Cowboys have the talent to win football games. If you ask me right now to measure the Cowboys' talent, physical gifts up against the two teams in the Super Bowl, I'll take the Cowboys every time. Now, you can have those physical gifts, but somebody needs to be able to bring it all together to take them from a football organization to a football family. And that's the missing piece that the Cowboys are having right now. That person to bring them from a football organization, which is 53 individuals, to a football family, which is a group of guys with one heartbeat that goes through the valleys of the season and come out stronger. Because football organizations, football teams, they go through that valley and they'll fall apart. But football families go through it. And like families do in tough times, they come closer together and they'll come out better. That's what you do to become a champion.
Who does it?
Well,
is that person right now in the organization?
Well, that's a good question. And I need to spend a little more time in the locker room just with guys to find out if there's somebody that could do that, you know, because it takes a unique talent. You got to be gifted enough to be performing on the football field, but also comfortable enough to be able to give a verbal lashing to guys if they need a verbal lashing. But by the same token, sharing enough that you're spending enough time with those guys that when you give them a verbal lashing, they know you are giving it to them because you care and not just because you're in a tough situation. Let me tell you what I mean. You're making $5 million a year because you're a star player, and some other guys only making $300,000 a year. So you're a star player and you never take the time to talk to this guy. You never say anything. So you go in the fourth quarter and you try to be a leader and you lean over and say, man, get your butt together. We need to go. He's looking at you like, get out of my face. It's the first thing you said to me. You're the one making $5 million. You go win the game. But now you're the star and this guy's the 50th man on the roster. But you take time out in the offseason and go spend time at his, whatever event he has going on in his hometown, you spend some time with him. Now when you come over to him and you get in his butt in the fourth quarter, he'll know you're getting in his butt because you care enough to show up at his event in his hometown. That's what leadership is. And people, you want one thing, I'm a quarterback, I'm the leader, so everybody should listen. No, I'm a wide receiver, I'm a leader, so everybody should listen. No, you have to go earn that. You have to go earn that ear by showing them you care enough in your heart about them personally. Let's talk about T.O. You know, the wide receiver position, a tough place to leave from because you have to be able to somehow be selfless and selfish at the same time. I don't want a receiver on my football team that doesn't want the ball all the time. I want you selfish that way. I want you telling everybody I'm the way in which we should win ball games. I want that out of you. But when the reality hits and they have 2 or 3 guys on me and I'm not getting the ball, I gotta be selfless and say, run over there because I got 2 guys over here and I'm okay with it. Run until we win, or run until they get some guys over there and then I can get involved. You see, so there's a selfish thing in there and then there's a selfless thing in there. Let's go quarterback position. We anoint quarterbacks. Tony Romo, we anoint quarterbacks leaders all the time. Tony Romo's in a tough spot. He's a young guy that really only played 2 years and came to Cowboys. You know, when Cowboys were so thirsty for a quarterback and he made great plays, so now he has to spend more time with the guys and letting the guys know, I know my rise, my ascent has been great and it happened so fast, but I am still one of you guys. I think that's very important for Tony Romo.
A lot of stories coming out from sources. Newspaper writers, analysts, columnists, talk show hosts. You guys didn't let things get out of your locker room, and if you did, what'd you do about it?
Well, and that is an issue too. To say that we didn't have fighting in-house, you had fighting, you had misunderstandings, you had disagreements, like any family has here. Now the difference when we played, if we had an issue with the player, well, right after practice, we're going to get something to eat. If we couldn't get it solved then, let's go have a drink over some chicken wings. But before we got home, we were going to settle that issue so it never made it back to practice the next day.